Hi, welcome to BetSafe.com with myself, Alan McInally from Sky Sports. This is Premier League preview, week 7. As ever, of course, with me, Paul Dickov, ex-Arsenal and Manchester City striker. BetSafe, the official betting partner of goal machines,
at the minute, yeah.
Manchester City, and they're flying high in the Premier League as well. We're going to hopefully today bring you, as we've done for the last few weeks, our betting preview in the Premier Division. I'll throw in right now 17-2. I got my treble up last week, which was Spurs, Liverpool and Brighton. Brighton with that brilliant result against Newcastle 1-0. Hopefully today we're going to put you in the right direction with our own accumulators and trebles. Paul's picked 3, I've picked 3, and of course you will be given industry boosted prices on our treble for the games at the weekend. Your team's flying, by the way, City. I know we'll get to them later on, but
Yeah, I even watched them against Shakhtar midweek, and I know it was 2-0, but it could have been another 5 or 6 again. They're playing some great stuff at the minute.
Pretty groovy, exactly. Okay, Paul's treble. You've gone Stoke, West Ham and City. I've gone Bournemouth, West Ham and Liverpool. So let's start with West Ham, because you and I both think that West Ham will turn over Swansea.
Yeah, I do, and a couple of reasons. I think Andy Carroll coming back in.
He's a big, they need him big time though, by the way, don't they?
Especially being at home, because he's the one that ruffles a few feathers, gets the fans going, which is the one thing West Ham need at home. And
Exactly.
you know, we spoke last week about Swansea just not being able to score any goals.
That's going to be their biggest problem, I think. I mean, defensively, to be fair, they've looked relatively okay, but scoring goals is going to be a big problem for them.
It is, and you know, the Watford game last week, losing late on as well, you know, will hit them pretty badly.
That was a good one for you. You picked Watford there as well.
Yeah,
didn't
I did. But I just fancied Watford going there, purely for the reason I picked West Ham this time.
Absolutely.
I can't see Swansea scoring any goals.
Odds on 8-9 West Ham, for the simple reason that Paul just said there, because they're at home. 13-5 the draw, Swansea 18-5. It's a big price for Swansea on BetSafe. If you think West Ham might win the game by 2 goals or more, 94. That's also a big price on BetSafe as well, for the simple reason again, because they are at home. We've got, I can't really add to what you've said. The only thing is, I know Tammy Abraham is done all right, but he's young, Paul. This is a striker at Swansea, and I think if they're relying on him to keep them in the division, it might be too much.
Well, we touched on it last week, big man, and at 19, you know, to be the main striker on loan at a club like Swansea, where they're not going to create a lot of chances. It's different if you're a Rashford or a Jesus at one of the big clubs, who's creating chances all the time. It's a big ask for him.
Somebody will buy him as well.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he's on loan anyway. He's not actually signed at Swansea, is he? I think he's on loan.
On loan for the season. You know, and he's a talented boy, but can you see him getting, I mean, Chelsea signed Morata, you know, and I know Costa's gone, they'll spend big again, so it'll be a good signing for somebody next
year. So what did I say then? 8-9 odds on West Ham. Paul and I have both gone for that one. Your second, let's go to Stoke to beat Southampton, if I can find it.
Yeah, no, I just went with Stoke last home game. You know, they've done ever so well against Man United. Already beat Arsenal there as well. I know their away form's not been great.
No.
But Southampton, like Swansea, I think they've not scored in about 8 of the last 10 games. Going back to last season, so really struggling. And you know, Gabbiadini's came in last season, started scoring goals, not done anything since. Charlie Austin's just getting back fit now. I just think with Mark Hughes, Stoke at home, I would back them all day long. This
is another one which I think Stoke's a good shout. Incidentally, I'll give you the odds in 19-10. You're getting almost 2-1 Stoke at home. It's a massive price on BetSafe. 73 the draw. Southampton 8-5. So they're actually favourites, Southampton, to go there and turn them over.
Yeah, I'm amazed by that. I really am. You know, and their form's not been good. Down in Southampton, fans are getting a little bit edgy. Not too sure about the new manager coming in as well. And you know, it sounds easy to say, if you're not scoring goals, you're not going to win games.
Yeah, it's a big game on Saturday. You know that Sparky will have almost pinpointed this is one we need to win.
Absolutely. All the games at home, Mark feels that his team can win. And you know, the Stoke crowd, how they play at home, how they ruffle people up, I think they'll have way too much for Southampton.
Absolutely. Okay then, we'll give you Stoke 19-10. It's a big price on BetSafe. That's Paul's second one. Your third one, maybe unsurprisingly, Manchester City to beat Chelsea at Chelsea.
I nearly stayed away from this one. Yeah,
Chelsea.
The way they're playing at the minute, and people they're scoring goals for fun. You know, I think it's last 3 league games, 5-0, 6-0 and 5-0.
They are looking like an unbelievable goal machine, aren't they?
But it's clean sheets as well.
Yeah.
You know, 3 clean sheets.
Are you surprised at that?
Without Vincent Kompany in there, I am, because Vincent's not played the last 4 games now, 5 games.
Did I say to you that Mangala had done quite well when he had been asked to come in? And
Mangala, John Stones is playing really well at the minute as well. Otamendi, He's a bit rash at times, but he's a proper defender.
Yeah.
When I seen Vincent was out for the games that he was out for, I worried a little bit. But you've got to give him credit, and another clean sheet midweek against a very good Shakhtar Donetsk team as well.
Chelsea beat Man City twice last season, 3-1 at the Etihad and 2-1 in London.
This is going to sound.
I'm just trying to throw one in for you.
Both games.
Just try to throw one in for you.
Both games City should have won.
Really?
Especially the game at the Etihad. They're 1-0 up. David Luiz should have been sent off. Kevin De Bruyne, who I just think sensational at the minute,
good,
missed a chance from a yard out to make it 2-0.
That's right, I remember it actually.
And then City lost their head a little bit after that and had Fernandinho and Aguero sent off.
Big game, one of two of our biggest teams in the Premier Division. Chelsea, 11-6 odds against, 13-5 the draw, and odds against Manchester City 3-2. If you think there's going to be a lot of goals, which this might be my bet for BetSafe, I think over 4.5 goals, 13-3. And if you think City to win and over 3.5 goals, I've just picked one out because it's a big price, 26-5. Battle of the strikers, Morata, Aguero.
I think Morata's been fantastic.
Done well, hasn't he?
His movement, not just in and around the box, but in general as a number 9, he's got a bit of everything about him.
Yeah.
You know, crosses. That's the only thing that worries me, and I just hope. Talking about Vincent, I think he'll be back on Saturday, and that'll be a big plus for them.
Get the cameraman to log that. He's not sure about Manchester City winning.
A little bit worries me. I'm completely sure.
I'm a little bit 100% sure. Yeah. Anyway, listen, Paul's treble then is Stoke, West Ham and Man City all to win at 14-1. It's a good one. Decent. It really is. It is a good one. I mean, I've gone for West Ham with you. I like that. Stoke at home are just too big a price, 19-10. And the big one for you will be City to go to Chelsea and win in London. Okay, mine then, I've already gone for West Ham. I've gone for Bournemouth to beat, who have I gone for? Bournemouth to beat, who was it? I can't remember now. Leicester.
I was surprised when I seen that one.
I know, listen, they're not bad. I think the fact the game's at Bournemouth, and I'm convinced that they'll have a little run, 3 and 4 results in the league, and this might be a good start here for them.
There is, and they've had a poor start, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
I mean, they completely chucked it away against Everton last week after being 1-0 up.
Well, I suppose I should say that was the game I did for Sky, Everton, and Bournemouth were excellent, and yet in the last 20 minutes the wheels came off. To be fair to Koeman, he made a change. They got a little bit of luck, and then Bournemouth struggled to get back again. But I think because the game was away from home, I don't expect them to be like that against Leicester.
No. I thought Leicester were really unlucky against Liverpool last week as well. You know, I thought they're conceding goals which they hadn't done, but going forward they're looking like the team that they were 2 seasons ago.
You know Shakespeare.
Yeah.
What will he be saying to Leicester at the moment then, having just played well against Liverpool, got beat?
More of the same. And I think, talking about targeting games, he'll be looking at Bournemouth and where they're at the minute.
Yeah.
And rather than going down there and sitting back, I think that they'll have a right good go at them, especially Okazaki. Vardy's back fit again, Iheanacho, you know, so they've got the firepower to do it, and I think they'll, rather than sitting deep like they have done and looked at teams in the break, I think they'll go after them from the start. 9-5, a great price, Bournemouth on BetSafe, odds against, 5-2 the draw, Leicester 8-5, so there's not a massive thing about them. The only reason I've gone for Bournemouth, for the simple reason I watched them last week against Everton, I thought they were good, and the game is at home. My last one is Liverpool, excuse me, to go to Newcastle. I can see why you've done it. I think Newcastle's home form is going to be key to them staying up this year.
I agree.
And Liverpool going forward, scoring goals, but defensively they're awful.
Listen,
I've got to say it.
All right, I know. Let's give 19-5. They're a big price, Newcastle. 19-5, 16-5 the draw. Their odds on Liverpool 11-15. I just see them creating more chances in Newcastle.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. And having Coutinho
well, they're not
back,
to take them, of course.
Coutinho back's massive. You know, but that's the one that gets me. And not just for this game. Scored 12 goals already, but conceded 11.
I know, that's a big number.
Yeah, and if you're going to compete at the top 4, compete for trophies and compete in Europe, you can't concede that amount of goals.
And if we do talk very briefly, I know this is a Premier League preview on BetSafe with Alan McInally and Paul Dickov. I was going to say, if we step into the Champions League, United get a great win, City get a great win, Spurs get a great win, Chelsea get a great win, Liverpool only go to Spartak and draw 1-1.
Where they would have been hot favourites as well.
Well, they were odds-on favourites to win the game.
So I like Klopp. I love Liverpool going forward, but I was just amazed when they didn't get Van Dijk in the summer that he didn't strengthen somewhere else.
Absolutely. 19-5 the draw, 16 to 5 the draw, 19-5 Newcastle. They had a big price to tune, excuse me, and 11-15 odds on. So my treble is Bournemouth, West Ham and Liverpool all to win at 9-1. Paul's with Stoke, West Ham and Man City all to win at 14-1. You'll have your own ideas, of course. Remember, keep it here with betsafe.com. Right, okay, there's a few more games that we need to look at that are also at the weekend. Man United Palace, we'll just go through these quickly. Don't need any odds. What do you think it will go?
You can't see past Man United. You know, I've seen Palace at City last Saturday, and they've done okay up until a point.
Yeah.
But we know Benteke, I could see Man United scoring another 4 or 5 again.
Yeah, me too. This is a game I'm doing early Saturday morning. Huddersfield and Spurs.
Huddersfield will make it really difficult for Spurs, but Harry Kane, another hat-trick during the week. You know, I've seen, you know, I like my stats.
Yeah.
I think it's the last 10 away games he scored 16 goals, which is just phenomenal.
Well, in that case then, it's a Man United Spurs. Do we throw in West Brom or Watford with them? By the way, I couldn't even have a bet on that if you gave me it for nothing.
No, it could go either. I'll go draw on that one.
Who draw? Arsenal, Brighton.
Arsenal for me, two of my old clubs.
So is it? Absolutely right, yeah.
But Lacazette, I think, is a fantastic signing for them. I think he could be the finisher that Arsenal have been missing, and he showed that again at the weekend. Everton
against Burnley, another home game for Everton here, and boy, do they need another win after a good result, to be fair, against Bournemouth, albeit.
But Burnley's away form has been really good. You know,
it's another one I couldn't really touch, to be honest.
Last season was all about their home form because they couldn't win away, and it's flipped over a little bit. I think this is a big game for Everton after winning last week.
Absolutely.
To get back-to-back wins, take the pressure off Ronald a little bit.
Amazing, isn't it? Umar Niasse is not even wanted at the club. As far as I was aware, yeah. They don't get. They sell Lukaku. They don't get other players who they want. He comes back in and he's the superhero.
Scores 2 goals. It's amazing how it works sometimes. Maybe you should give him a little bit more of a chance.
Well, I think you might be right, buddy. Okay, betsafe.com, this is my treble. It's Bournemouth, West Ham and Liverpool at 9s, Paul's treble, Stoke, West Ham and Man City all to win at 14-1. As I said, of course, you will have your own ideas of your trebles. Remember, keep it here with BetSafe. Best prices with BetSafe. And of course, you'll hear me on the radio with BetSafe Sunday, giving you a little bit more on Sunday's games and odds for BetSafe. And hopefully, fingers crossed, Monday morning, your sportsbook wallet will look a little bit healthier. My treble is a certainty.
Both trebles are a certainty, by the way.
See you next week.